Hello everyone and welcome back to another um, video of Final Fantasy X. Last we started, I got through Xanakin Ruins before Titus and Auron got to Spira, and we are going to start from the Bhed territory right after got over there and got my first treasure chest there, and I am working on now after getting that first treasure chest in that first area where you swim up. Got the first treasure chest on the left there, and now that I've saved, we're going to be moving on. There's no other treasure chests in that area, just like little Bhed things that, you know, I was showing you in the original video. So I went through the area. Okay, so on the left here, you want to come down this path. There's a treasure chest right down here. Bingo. And now the next things that you're going to be doing, what I recommend is, I mean, if you don't need to save it again, which I don't right now, then don't worry about saving. If you want to save, go back and save again at the save point that's down here. Otherwise, just advance forward. It'll trigger this cutscene and a few other things. There's a save point up there. There's a treasure chest, but can't really get them right now, it looks like. So, looks like there's fiends in the water, though. So, that's what we do. Time to fight. Brother. Oh, there's a big fish coming out now. He got the other one. So, that'll be time to fight the big one. Yeah. The big one surely will come back and try to eat us. Here it comes, another battle. Obviously the attack isn't the strongest yet, but you know, you're not going to be able to hit a lot right away. So. Use an item, potion, and cure some of that. So, since you aren't able to kill it, then oh, he's gonna come for you now, Titus. There's an opening. I ain't trying to get him, but he spits them out.
I had made it out of the frying pan and into the freezer. I thought I was gonna die in this place.
Alright, so moving forward, you know, you can't see anything right here, so just move on forward. You can't go no more. And it'll lead you right to a bigger area.
Need fire.
Okay, so obviously you can see the remains of a campfire. It says with flint and tinder you could start another fire here. So obviously, you know, your goal is to look for all the stuff to build a fire. Here's your next save point, so that's what I was saying, you can get it right after that that fight with that guy. If didn't want to save it initially right after getting that high potion. Alright, next thing. There's going to be an X potion right across the way over here. Either. Let's see, I'm trying to remember. Oh, there it is. Yep. X potion. Bam. Alright. And there's nothing else. So basically, now all we do is look for the other than this one right here, obviously. You know, don't want to forget that ether. And then when you go down that long hallway, when you go to the top of these stairs, you got one more at the far end of the hallway as well. You get flint or your withered bouquet, which is your that's where you get your stuff to start the fire. Still gotta find flint though. Alright, and here's the other one that I was talking about, the other treasure chest, the other high potion. And then other than that, you gotta go back and get the flint now. Once again, that's you gotta find the flint. I recommend saving right after you find both, so that way you don't have to. Okay, this one leads you back out here again to the broken place where you just came from. So next thing you do, you come down to this save point, you know. So as you're passing this, as you come back by this save, you know, as you go back to the. There's your flint. Found it. Alright. And there's no other treasure chests or anything in this area. I was showing you where all of them are at. So just make sure you grab all of them in the plan. Alright, saving it up. Alright, so now the next thing. So there you go. Now you have a fire. You have no food, but you have a fire to keep you warm.
I need food. What do you want?
It was a bad call. Your team lost because of you.
You came to say that?
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who, me?
You cried.
Faith adding insult to injury.
Hey, wait! Don't go out on me! Just hold on. I'll get more wood. Give me a break!
Alright, so the only thing here it says keep attacking until the group of people shows up. So there'll be a group of people that comes to help Titus. And then there'll be an active tutorial after that.
You on my side? Cool!
Alright, so as it says, certain items like grenades have special effects when used. These items can only be used during battle by selecting special ability use. So obviously right now all I can do is use the grenade. But between that and stealing them, which I'm going to steal those grenades, I'm going to use the fuck out of them. That took a larger effect that time. Let me try stealing again, see if I can steal one more grenade. Yep. There it goes. Alright, so this is when they introduce the sphere levels. They asked you in the beginning if you want a standard or experience sphere level, or sphere grid. I chose the standard because it's just easier. So, S level, sphere level. Show you an introduction on that shortly.
Phew. That was close. Hey, let me go!
Redek Drak! Fin, Irisa Tekiaka! Wa Edeku! Kemed?
Fed! Srividek Risa!
Dralnia Drakisha Dale.
Ifan Peted, Fapuneket Vedrik. Kuno.
Just straight up knocked his ass out by a punch to the stomach. Alright, yep, back to the Bhed ship now.
Kid, Niddaja.
Hey, that hurts!
Usujek, right?
Whoa. Okay.
Canis!
Right, whatever.
Tuli Hood Kabeg?
I said I don't understand.
Akumala!
Fed! He said you can stay if you make yourself useful.
You understand me? All right, I'll work.
Alright, so I'm going to save it again, and then I'm going to go through the tutorial of the grid, and then we'll stop the broadcast after that. Make sure the audience can see it. Bhed primer, make sure you pick it up. Alright, and the soldier on the left, talk to him to get 3 potions. Alright. Other than that,
Giant!
now you talk to her, and the tutorial is on.
Almost forgot.
Alright, so the nodes in the sphere grid, obviously, as you go through, you'll get like power spheres, ability spheres, mana spheres, stuff like that. So the sphere grid will show how to do all that. It's used to develop characters by activating nodes with spheres. Let's see how this is done. Select sphere grid from the main menu. There's you'll see it as I go through on my gameplay. Sphere grid is an option. Cursor appears as the selected character's current position. So I'm on Titus right now. Use the cursor to move around with directional. One lets you learn defensive stuff, one lets you learn abilities, another one lets you get more HP and MP, and one, etc. Stuff like that. Characters are upgraded by activating the nodes, obviously. Character must move near a node in order to activate it. Let's go through this step by step. By pressing X, cursor returns to the character's position and a list of commands appears. That's how you open up the menu. Move or use. Select move. You're going to move up a space or 2, however many sphere levels you have. Right. And then the sphere level depends on how many AP you get in each battle. Right, if your characters don't participate in battles, they won't grow stronger. Obviously, you want to grow stronger over the game. And then, as it says here, in general, you should be careful not to move too fast, as you may forget to activate nodes you pass over, because at some point in the game you might run out of spheres to activate the nodes, and you don't want to miss anything. So, we'll get into that later. So let's take one step. Learn the ability Cheer. Note that you do not have to be at the node to activate it. You can do it from the adjacent node as well. So like I can move up one space and activate the one in front of it. Just like so. And then arrives in a designated spot. It will ask for a confirmation. And then if you don't want to move any further, or you can't move any further, just click yes. And then you're right there. You must spend sphere levels to go back if you need to go back for anything. So what I recommend is you go, as you go along, if you get to one that you don't have the spheres for, wait to keep battling that person, but do not move them until you have activated the node that you want to have. If that makes sense. Alright, now to activate a node, you have to use the sphere option. So go to use on the menu instead of move. And then it will give you different spheres, and you can choose whichever one applies to that particular thing. And then you can use that sphere to activate the node. So see, there you go, and just like it says, you know, ability spheres activate ability nodes. So like anything that you need, like say cure, fire, or anything, black magic, white magic, are all abilities. Even abilities like dark magic as well. Like I'm not talking about black magic, I'm talking about different abilities like blind attacks, things like that. Just different abilities as you go along in the game. Like cheer is one of his things to raise the party's strength and defense, and that's an ability, so you use the ability sphere. Alright. It'll go on the highlighted sphere whenever you or highlighted node when you're using that sphere. When you want to use it, press X again, and then it'll highlight it to show you, hey, you got it now. Alright, and that's another thing. As you go through the game, you're going to have multiple characters, so multiple characters be able to access the same node as well as you go through. If you want to go through the whole grid for every character, you can. Just know that as you play, you want to get all your characters involved in the battles, otherwise it's going to take a while longer to get everybody else to max out besides your main character. Alright, here's another one. Note that locks cannot be opened at present. Another tutorial will become available once you're able to unlock them. The level 2 and 3 that you see down there, they have certain spheres for those, and get into that later in the game. Now you know how to upgrade your characters, let's look at the other useful features of the sphere grid. Current character status can be displayed by pressing triangle, and it'll bring up all their menu, abilities, things like that. Uses information to plan how you wish to upgrade your characters. Press L1 and R1 to go between characters. It is useful when you wish to compare the character's stats on when you wish to quickly upgrade multiple characters. Press the middle button to zoom in and out the touchpad. If you want to look at the whole sphere grid, you can always zoom out. Now this concludes the sphere grid tutorial. Try improving Titus now that he has 3, or maybe he has 1. So you can go up 1, and then we can use the cheer. So might as well get it now. And to exit out, you press O, and it'll go to the main menu. So as you see, you got the sphere grid option, as well as all your other things now on your menu. And that is how you will upgrade your characters and things like that as you play. Alright. So back to save, and then I'm going to go down to do the deep sea diving on my next video. Alright, so now that I've saved it, I am going to stop. I'm going to stop here, and you can catch me on the next video when I go down to face Trost in the underwater salvage operation with the Bhed on my next video. That and the Isle of Bhed when you meet Waka, Yuna, Lulu, and the rest of the crew. So we will get into that in our next video.